Yeah, I'll say it. Men got a shit deal in this world. They did. They did. Hear me out if you're curious to see where this is going. And if not, keep on scrolling. Men got a shit deal in this world. Women also got a shit deal in this world. And if I'm going to summarize this and keep it short and sweet, women have been trying to find their place in this world for the past, I'd say, about 100 years, around the turn of the century, Victorian era, let's say. And we've been trying to find our place. Now, I'm going to speak for women because I'm a woman. We've been trying to find our place in the world. Everyone knows the history of women's repression. I don't need to dangle along on women's repression. And so we're trying to find our place in this world. Now, you got to understand that when the scales are tipped, they always have to go to two extremes before finding balance. Women, what they have to learn and find their place in this world is how to be independent and stand on their own 2 feet and nurture themselves, take care of themselves, and be that divine feminine themselves, standing alone. We need to find this. We need to do this. This is important. We need to learn how to stand alone without anyone supporting us. I know it's kind of whack, but it makes sense if you look at the history and the progression of what women have been going through for the past 100 years or so. So hear me out. While women are doing this and finding our place in the world, finding our independence, finding out how to live without, relying on a man as a provider, now this is where the men come in. Men have been kind of like, sort of continuing down the path that they were already on, but now they're at a spot in where everything is evolving that, where are they? Where's their place in the world? Because men, for so long, they had to be the providers, they had to take care of their family, they had to be the protectors, they had, that was the male stigma or the load that they had to carry, right? And the women had to carry the load of childbearing and nurturing the kids and educating the kids and all that and supporting the man. And yeah, we get that. We get that. But now what's happening? Women are trying to find their place, and men just kind of discovered, shit, where's our place in the world if we're not going to be providers anymore, if we're not going to be protectors anymore? Where's our place in the world? You got men trying to be feminists. You got men trying to be women. Men, the poor men. And I feel bad. They got a shit deal. They really got a fucking shit deal. Their shit deal, though, was more subtle, and it was more internalized, and it was more intellectual and emotionally repressed. Whereas women, it was a little bit more out in the open and in the forefront. I mean, everyone saw what was going on, you know what I mean? But men, no. We didn't really take time to stop and pay attention to the bullshit they had to deal with. Amongst themselves, first and foremost, of trying to be successful, have a good job, be strong, be stable, take care of the family, be a good dad, that is a big thing. You gotta be, and then you have this whole stereotype that is complete utter bullshit about women wanting men to be tall and look this way and be muscular and, have big things down there, and that if they don't have all this and a good job and make so much money a year, then they're worthless. Fucking bullshit. We got to move past that shit. We got to. I'm a woman. And the only way I can be free of my own stigma, the generational trauma that was laid on this whole planet before I even showed up, is to first and foremost heal myself. Take care of myself. Learn to nurture myself. You know why? Because I am a divine mother. I brought 4 men into this world. And you know what? I want them to have their place in this world. And I want it to be their own place and their own authority. But they gotta find that and have the space to be able to do it. They have to be able to find themselves and be given the comfort and the security and the space to do so. And as women, we need to hold that space for men to find themselves. Because it's not all men's fault that women got a shit deal. And it's not all women's fault that men got a shit deal. This is generational trauma. Centuries and centuries and centuries of trauma that's just passed down from family to family. You know, we're just laying it on the next generation. You know what I mean? But no, fuck that shit. In honor of all those that weren't able to heal in their lifetime. In honor of all the mommies and all the daddies. And all the men and the women in this world that got their shit deal and that didn't have a chance to move on and to find themselves and to be free of that fucking prison. It's my duty to heal myself, and that's my offering to the planet. My offering as a divine woman is to give men the safety and security to be allowed to be themselves in my presence. You don't have to have a fucking good job. You don't even have to have a job. I don't give a fuck. You don't have to be tall. You don't have to be anything. You don't have to do anything to be allowed to feel like you have a spot on this planet. You don't have to be or fulfill anything. And once you rid yourself of all that shit that you're dragging around, just like women, we have our own stigmas, you're free to discover who you actually are and what you can do in this world that is about you. As king and queen, queens need to stand alone first. And any king that is to stand beside a queen, he will do so under his own authority when he is ready. As queens, we are not to push the men to step up. We are not to push them and force them to be who we want them to be. It is not how that works. They need the space to be themselves, find their own authority, find who they want to be in this world, aside of any bullshit fucking stigma that's laid on anyone. They need to be allowed to find themselves, and once they're ready, they will take their place next to their queen when they're ready. When they find that true authority within themselves, not comparing themselves to other men. Oh no, just like women, not comparing ourselves to other women. No. We're there to support each other. We're there to give each other that space to find out who we are without all that shit, without the stigma, without the bullshit, without the fucking generational trauma crap. So, moving forward, and I know I've done this a lot in life. I've been born into surrounded by men. I work in a male industry. I have 4 boys. I had an older brother. It's all been about men. And I had to find myself as a woman. And I'm still not done by any means. I've only just begun to scratch the surface of all this. But I know both got a shit deal. And I don't want to continue it. I don't want to continue propagating that shit deal. And I'm not gonna fucking do it. I'm not a feminist. I'm not a anything. I'm just a me that's finding her own authority in this world. And I want men to feel safe to do the same. And I will provide that space for men to find themselves. I will provide that space. And I always kind of have. But I didn't see it the same way as I see it now. And I just want the men of the world to know you have a space on this planet. You can do whatever the fuck you want. You can dress how you want. You can wear makeup. I don't care. I don't see it any less. I've seen men wear makeup and they pulled it off quite fine. And hey, you know what? If we wear makeup, why not? They don't have to wear it like women do. They can do their own thing. There should be no stigma or stereotype. People should just be free. Be free. Do what you want. Feel your way through life. Explore. Dress up. Who cares? Have fun with it. Why not? Why not make it fun? Why not make it pleasing? Why not just be liberated from all that bullshit? I don't care. Men are not any less of men for anything. You guys are awesome. Find yourselves. Be free, just like us. We'll find each other together. Okay?